If you have a small business or are starting your entrepreneurial journey, then you know that gaining customer trust is essential to success. But how do you do this naturally and authentically? Trust doesn't happen overnight, but some simple strategies can help you a lot. Therefore, we are now going to show you 11 tips from successful professionals to help your customers, partners, and the market trust you and your business. So, let's go. 1. Be transparent and honest. Always be transparent with your customers and partners. If a product or service has limitations, explain that. If a deadline is longer than expected, inform them beforehand. This honesty avoids frustrations and makes customers feel secure when doing business with you. They will realize that you are not hiding any information, you are being sincere out of respect for the customers. 2. Deliver on your promises. If you say you'll deliver in 3 days, make it happen. If you guarantee that a service will solve a problem, deliver that result. Nothing destroys trust more than empty promises. If something gets out of control and you can't deliver, be the first person to point out the problem and offer alternative solutions. This shows the professionalism of caring about what you or your company promised so that your customers or partners have their needs met as agreed. 3. Demonstrate knowledge and confidence. Imagine you go to a doctor and they seem unsure about the diagnosis. Would you trust them? Probably not. The same goes for your business's customers. Even if you're still learning, seek knowledge and convey confidence. So, study and prepare well before every meeting, service, event, etc. Also, if a customer asks something and you don't know the answer, say you'll look for the information and get back to them with a concrete answer. Thus, the important thing is to show that you really know what you're talking about. You're not making up stories or stalling, and you genuinely want to help. 4. Your tone of voice is everything. Studies show that our brains react positively to confident voices. But what does this mean in practice? Researchers have found that a confident tone is deeper, has a faster pace, and a flat intonation. An insecure tone tends to be higher pitched with slower speech and rising intonation at the end of sentences. In other words, speaking with confidence and conviction is essential to win customers' trust. Also, avoid ending affirmative sentences with a questioning tone and try to convey firmness to build confidence with customers and partners. 5. Take responsibility and be reliable. Making mistakes is part of the journey, but taking responsibility for your actions is what truly builds trust. So, if something goes differently than planned, don't try to justify or shift the blame. Be honest, acknowledge the failure, and show customers how you intend to solve the problem. Also, avoid using expressions that diminish your credibility, such as "I think" or "it might be that." When you speak clearly and take responsibility for what you say and do, customers and partners feel they can trust you. And out of curiosity, have you ever had a customer service problem with any customers? If so, tell us what the reason was in the comments. 6. Make sure your body language matches what you are saying. The way you position yourself also influences the perception of trust. Upright posture, firm gestures, and eye contact demonstrate confidence. A topic that can help you a lot here is nonverbal communication. In short, it's communication where your body speaks for you. Everything is done through gestures and posture. That is, without the use of spoken or written words. This includes behaviors, gestures, glances, facial expressions, way of dressing, physical distance, etc. All of this can show the feeling or intentions behind our behaviors, such as confidence, nervousness, lies, doubts, stalling, assertiveness, genuine interest, respect, tranquility, among many other forms. Therefore, nonverbal communication is essential to complete verbal communication, thus conveying the correct and clear message. 7. Have humanized customer service. It's not enough to just sell well. The way you treat your customers makes all the difference. Therefore, respond to messages politely, be patient to answer questions, and show genuine interest in helping. For example, if a customer feels that he or she is just a number, they won't trust you. But if they realize that you really care, that customer will come back and even recommend your business to other people because they noticed your real interest in wanting to help, providing attentive and even personalized service. 8. Recognize public expressions that show lack of interest. If you notice that a customer is restless, looking away, or responding with little enthusiasm, it may be a sign that you are not capturing their attention. If this happens, adjust your approach. You can rephrase your explanation or even ask directly if something is unclear. Therefore, understand what can be done to improve your conversation or service with customers or partners to attract their genuine attention. 9. Have a coherent visual identity and communication. The way you or your business presents itself also influences trust. A disorganized Instagram with low-quality photos and confusing information can convey an unprofessional image. Dressing in clothes that may be inappropriate for certain moments can also hinder building trust and respect from your customers and partners. Therefore, invest in a well-done visual identity. Choose a communication tone that is consistent with your audience, and maintain clear standards in your posts and service, for example. This is a point that many novice professionals end up not working on. This hinders a lot and is one of the main villains for the breakdown of interest and trust on the part of customers. 10. Have confidence but without exaggeration. Excess confidence can be detrimental. Studies show that overly confident people speak more, respond before others, and use a firm tone. But this doesn't mean they are the most capable. So, the ideal is to find a balance. Be confident, but avoid seeming arrogant. The most important thing is to convey confidence naturally and authentically, and not give the impression of superiority. 11. Work on empathy. Often people have their own values and opinions that are different from yours. Therefore, put yourself in the shoes of the other people in the conversation or the audience. Imagine how they would perceive a certain piece of information. By doing this, you will be able to understand how your message will be absorbed. Thus, understand whether what you want to communicate will work or not. And in fact, create a connection between you and your audience. Making customers trust you is an ongoing process that requires authenticity, commitment, and attention to detail. And by following these tips we've shown, you'll build a more solid relationship and win not just customers, but true fans of your business. And if you want to understand even more how to make your customers buy more from your brand or business, we highly recommend watching this video here that shows 2 mental behaviors that influence your business's sales, widely used by successful professionals to sell much more in a natural and convincing way. If you want to know them, just click on this button here above or on the link we left in the description.
We hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to know more about how to set up and manage your own business, visit our YouTube channel where we have several videos about this subject, and if you liked it, share this video with your friends and family to help them too. Thanks and see you next time.